easy do you reckon it would be to go back and just kill Miyamoto Musashi? He would have been about
impossible.
4 foot tall.
With a gun?
No, he was a
Or-
giant. He was 5'10". But they
He was a giant.
How tall are you, Darren?
I'm pretty tall.
Are you 5'10"?
Not yet.
Still growing.
Still growing.
You'll shrink heaps, Hal.
You
Your
reckon?
type of body. Yeah, we'll probably overtake you around 65, 70 years
When
old.
I'm
I reckon.
65 or you're
Yeah.
65? Because that's 20 years apart.
Yeah, I'll be 80. I'll be still a sprightly 85.
No, I'm staying 6 foot forever. I've been 6 foot since I was about 12 years old.
Yeah, that's only downhill from here, mate.
And
There's a lot of room for good things between 6'4" and downhill.
I don't know how you're so tall when you've been a vejo for a lot of your life.
Because plant protein is superior, bruh.
Oh, good
Oh,
segue.
is it? But well, today we're going to talk about whey protein and why that is the most superior form of protein out of all forms of protein.
Stop spreading misinformation. This is not Joe Rogan.
We're talking against food, against other types of protein powders.
Yeah.
Whey is king.
Strictly facts.
True or false, Darren?
True.
There you go.
Name me one protein.
That's the end of the podcast, everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
Name one protein that's better than whey.
Nah, not
Can't do
a
it.
single one, but a blend of plant proteins.
Wrong.
No, wrong.
How so?
Get out.
Excuse me?
All right. Let's take a step back.
No, I'm getting the gloves out.
Can we take a step forward?
No,
Okay, let's take a step forward.
Why don't you start with telling us what exactly whey protein is, just to reiterate. We've spoken about it before, and I feel like a lot of people out there would know, but
Yeah.
just to clarify.
Long story short, whey is a type of protein that comes from milk. It's not the most abundant type of protein in milk.
Let me translate. That's milk.
Milk?
For all the Australians.
Let me put on,
Malt.
put on my Aussie accent. Milk.
Milk, mate.
Yeah.
No,
So when people say like it's processed, it's not food, it actually comes from milk.
Yeah.
It's removing basically all the crap out of milk to leave a highly refined pure protein.
Well, not all of it's crap, but yeah, taking out a whole lot of other stuff. Originally, whey came from the cheese making process.
Yes.
that's just interesting. Hey, it used to be,
It's a byproduct of,
Yeah.
of cheese.
and now cheese is a byproduct of whey.
You've obviously heard of Little Miss Muffet.
Yeah.
Little Miss Muffet, she was eating her curds in whey, right? So whey is the water-soluble fraction of milk.
And curds are what are used to make cheese, correct?
Correct. And they actually contain the most abundant protein, which is casein, right? But anyway, so if this protein is not, the most abundant, why did people end up using this as the master muscle-building protein? Because it's the best,
Because you've been
right?
spreading lies.
No,
It
because
contains all the amino acids, has the best profile. I don't
tastes
know,
pretty good, and it's got, good health benefits.
When you
right?
say
So-
best profile, amino acid profile,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's better than a complete amino acid profile?
So,
ratios of aminos.
correct. So a complete amino acid profile, for those that don't know, means you contain all 20 amino acids. Like we talked about, amino acids are like letters of the alphabet. They make up, a book that is protein. So you want all 20 letters so you can make all the words in the dictionary, right? This analogy goes deeper, but
Okay, yeah.
right. So whey's got a good combination of letters that allows you to make some good scores in Scrabble. Let's say.
I hate this analogy.
Okay. So basically, what you want in a good source of protein is a high quantity of branched chain amino acids, BCAAs, right? Specifically leucine. Now, whey's got a really, really good percentage of leucine in there. Other protein sources, plant-based protein, have much lower sources of leucine.
So we do have a plant protein that has a full amino acid profile, and that is achieved via combining several plant sources together,
Yeah.
right?
Chia, pea, and brown rice.
Yeah, that's right. So,
So it gives it the full amino acid profile, but it might not have the same leucine levels that whey does. So
that's right. So, different types of protein in the plant world contain different levels of amino acids. So what we've tried to do is combine them together to get closer to whey.
Does whey have that 2:1 ratio between leucine, isoleucine, and valine?
Approximately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Which is the optimal ratio for BCAAs, correct?
yeah, it's optimal because that's the ratio that's found in your body.
Right.
Yeah.
So compare all the whey proteins. Let's compare all the other protein powder sources. So you've got pea protein, just a straight pea protein, not a full amino acid profile.
Nope. Pretty much no plant sources have a full amino acid profile on their own. Maybe soy is probably the only one.
Yep.
But what we do is we combine different protein sources together to, get this good complete 20 amino acid profile.
Can you speak to the myth, I think we'd call it, about soy protein?
Yeah, so okay, this one's for you, soy boy. No, so a lot of guys.
I haven't called that in years.
There's your clip.
A lot of people think that soy protein, has negative effects on estrogen. I haven't really seen it.
Which it means increases estrogen, correct?
Yes.
And the negative effects are caused by that increase.
Yeah, so there's a few studies out there that, show highly processed soy foods can negatively impact you by increasing your estrogen levels, which is, if you're, building muscle and trying to recover from sports, you kind of want more testosterone, less estrogen typically.
Because estrogen is more catabolic and testosterone is anabolic?
Yeah, so, testosterone is like the ultimate anabolic building hormone.
Which
and
means
you want a ratio.
So anabolic means building and catabolic means...
breaking things down.
Breaking down, cool.
That's right. So it's a bit more complicated than that.
It's a lot more complicated.
Yeah. Not saying estrogen's bad, but yes.
No, but we're trying to simplify it for our low IQ audience.
Yes.
Oh, what? That includes you.
Exactly. I'm the target consumer. I speak for the trees.
But yeah,
Our
so
audience.
Yeah.
They're a lot smarter than us.
Not hard.
yeah, soy is a good protein source. It actually tastes pretty good, and
So that's considered a plant source as well, right?
it's considered a plant source, but has one of the best amino acid profiles. Maybe more research is to be done to put the whole soy boy thing to bed, but for now, it looks pretty safe.
It's a pretty funny theory.
Yeah.
What about collagen? That's sort of sparked a lot of people's interest in recent times. I think because it's made its way into sort of our range, well, not our range, everyone's range of products, sports nutrition products.
A lot of that is due to the fact that collagen can quite easily make a protein water, and that's been a format that has become a lot more popular recently.
It's also versatile in protein bars, and it's
versatile.
quite a useful type of protein when it comes to developing products, because sometimes it's not all about the nutritional value; it's about the taste and texture and experience.
Of course,
but a straight collagen protein powder, if you're using it for sports recovery, sports performance, I think I would place it lower than everything we've just spoken about.
Does it have a full amino acid profile?
It does have a full amino acid profile because it's an animal source.
Just poor ratios.
But yeah, it's very low in BCAAs, like extremely low. Even plant protein sources have more BCAAs than collagen.
Yeah, fuck yeah, team plant.
Why are you team plant? Oh, yeah.
But what collagen does have is, high glycine and something called homocysteine.
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
But no, we finished talking about soy. Anyway, so these amino acids in collagen, the theory is that they get used in connective tissue and really good for your skin. It's just a lot more, I guess, research needs to be done, because measuring things like skin quality is a bit hard to do.
But there are different types of collagen that have different benefits. Like there is some collagen that people just use for a generic protein, but there is some collagen that is used for skin, hair, nails, and then joints and ligaments. Yeah,
so there's a few different types of collagen, type 1, type 2, type 3, and they have different benefits in your body. The thing is, when it comes to muscle recovery and growth, which is what we're looking for when we talk about a protein shake or a protein powder, collagens are not great for that specific purpose, because what you want there are the BCAAs, and you're not really too worried about the secondary effects of connective tissues and skin health.
So talk a little bit about how proteins are sort of, I guess you call it ranked.
So
based on a number of factors.
So you've touched on to that point, whey, plant, now collagen. You mentioned casein.
Casein, yeah.
Casein. What else is
there? So casein is also a milk protein, but doesn't quite have the same amino acid profile as whey. So it's good, but again, whey is just on another level. Other good sources, animal sources like eggs and meat are typically pretty good. But
eggs are considered the perfect source of food protein. Like if you're looking at all foods.
Well, whey is a food. It comes from milk.
True.
Yeah, so let me just pull up this table here. Give me a second.
So yeah, that's probably the main thing that people say to me is, you know, after training, I'm like, make sure, you know, at some point after your training, get some good quality whey protein into you, and you know, get a few people come back and say, oh, you know, I just have a chicken breast or a steak or something. Explain to us why around training time whey is superior to food, to like whole, like meat or chicken or.
Yeah, so I guess there's kind of two parts to it. Nutritionally, it's superior because, you know, like we talked about, it's got the great amino acid profile, but also digests really rapidly, right?
So it starts that recovery process a lot quicker than if you were to have a chicken or a steak.
That's right. Whether that makes a difference at the end of the day, you know, depends if you're interested in those small, you know, half a percentage gains out there that are to be made. But, you know, as long as you're getting enough protein, that's the main thing. Then focus on, you know, the timing and absorption after that.
So that's probably the functional benefit, whereas the other side is, all things considered, it's probably, it can be more convenient. It can
It's definitely more
cheaper.
convenient, yeah.
It can be like you're not pulling a cooked chicken breast or a steak out of your backpack as soon as you finished a game.
What?
or
You
as
don't
soon
have
as
the
you finished
hibachi
training.
in the basketball court.
No.
It's a lot easier to drink your protein after intense sport or exercise than it is to consume a whole piece of meat or.
But also remember, like that's the entire idea of why these are called supplements. The purpose is to supplement the remainder of your diet, because the majority of the nutrients you will consume in food form. That's what you're supposed to do.
Look, the reason these products exist is to use around training or game time, really, because of their fast digestibility and the nutritional makeup of the products are designed to support sports performance and recovery. But talk a little bit about like bioavailability and PDCAS.
So there's a few different measures to measure the quality of a protein. There's PDCAS, which is protein digestibility corrected amino acid score, and then there's DIAAS, and there's a few different measures that, you know, look at when you consume a protein, how much of this protein actually makes it into your muscle and gets used by your body, right? So many years ago, when they did some of these initial experiments, they found that egg had a great utilization of by your body. So you know, a lot of what you consumed was almost used. So they gave it a score of 1 because they thought nothing would be superior to egg. And then, you know, you had other things like soy come along, which was, you know, pretty high, 0.9. You know, you had whole meat around the 0.8 mark. And then, you know, you had plant proteins that were sitting around 0.6, 0.5, like not great scores.
But if you combine them, like plants, anyway, sorry.
If you combine them. But yeah, as individual sources, right, they're not really getting used completely by your body. Then whey protein came along, and they actually had to rewrite the scale. That it had a higher score than eggs. So it was actually
1.1.
Something like that, yeah. So
And is that's both whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate both sit above.
Yeah, do you want to talk about the differences?
Yeah, so typically they'll have very similar amino acid profiles, right? Like the starting material is the same. It's just isolate gets processed slightly differently. So whey protein concentrate is exactly what it sounds like. It gets concentrated, right? So that means other things like lactose and stuff also get concentrated with the whey protein. Isolate specifically takes the whey protein and isolates it out of the starting material.
So effectively, a lot of the 99.9% of the lactose is removed. A lot of the sugars and
most of the sugars and fats are completely removed.
Yep.
There's pros and cons to doing this. One of the things is whey protein concentrate actually has more peptides and things in there that are meant to be better for, like, you know, everyday health, immunity, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Then there's one level above whey protein isolate, and that's called whey protein hydrolysate, right? So
WPH?
Nobody calls it that.
Hydrolyzed, WPH.
It's basically pre-digested whey, so you're almost getting the protein in very short amino acid chains.
Pre-digested makes it sound like you're getting mother-birded protein powder.
Yeah.
It's pretty much mother-birded protein, right? So
tasty.
if you want fast absorption, that's the fastest. It also doesn't taste very good. So and it's very expensive.
Yeah.
But that is generally the trade-off, is it not? As you go from WPC to WPH, as we're calling it now, you're sacrificing, or you're gaining what digestibility but you're giving up what taste, sensory pleasure,
pretty much.
So why would someone choose another type of protein over whey protein? If you look at all the protein types on the shelf, I mean, we don't have a straight collagen, but there's brands out there that have straight collagen. Like, what would make someone choose a straight collagen protein over a whey protein? I don't get
lack
it.
of knowledge.
Well, one of
That could be it.
one of the things could be, some people experience digestive issues with whey.
Yeah, good call.
Well, yeah,
But a whey protein isolate would eliminate a lot of those digestive issues, right?
a lot of that. But then you have like dietary requirements, like people who are strictly vegan, or I don't know if vegetarian comes
Well,
into
they
play.
can't use collagen if they're vegan. Or
No, but I'm not talking
Well,
about collagen.
there's different
I'm
types
talking,
of-
I'm talking about plant protein, for example.
It could be
true.
vegetarian without dairy products as well. Like,
Vegetarians are still able to use whey protein.
That's what I said.
well, there's
Correct,
different
yeah.
types of
Yeah.
vegetarians. There's lacto-vegetarian, which allows milk. There's lacto-ovo, which allows milk and eggs. And there's ovo-vegetarian, which you can be an egg-eating vegetarian that doesn't have milk.
There's two types of vegetarians. There's real vegetarians and there's cowards. Huh? Pick a stream. You're either full vegetarian or you're not. That's how the world works.
Well,
Grow up.
what are you then? Because I've seen you eat meat and
I'm-
you claim to be a
I
vegetarian.
don't claim to be vegetarian. I'm largely
plant.
plant-based.
Largely plant-based.
I'm a coward. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll-
So
I'll
you're
mean that
just
vein.
you're like us, but you just don't eat as
I
much
prefer
meat.
plant. I prefer plant protein.
And that's why you get the nickname Soy Boy.
Yeah, thanks. Love that.
Yeah.
I can live with that. I can wear
Interesting.
that. I prefer
Have
to
you ever gone through a period where you have really upped your meat intake, and how do you feel?
I gained 20 kilos when I
pure muscle.
when I started eating meat. Yeah. Straight out of high school. I was vegetarian until I was 16 years old. Like properly vegetarian.
So what made you go away from that? If you had such a dramatic response,
I'm still on that same diet. I'm staying away from dairy more than anything else.
okay,
It's
got
not meat. I love meat. I don't cook it at home, but almost every meal I order is meat. It's more the dairy that I have no interest in.
Yeah.
All right.
Go plant.
There's another reason why whey is good. Another amino acid that we didn't talk about, cysteine. Right? So cysteine, whey protein is specifically high in this amino acid called cysteine. All right? And cysteine's the precursor to glutathione, right? And glutathione is your body's main antioxidant.
They named a chapel after that amino.
Oh, you idiot.
Oh, close.
You know what? That was in my head, and I thought, I'm not actually going to say this because it sounds so dumb in my head.
Yeah.
And then it came out of your mouth.
And it sounded even dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
some of us have the fucking balls, man.
But this might be of interest to you, Hal. Like cysteine and glutathione, they're a really good antioxidant. So one theory is that whey protein is actually meant to be really good when you're in need of antioxidants. So when you're hungover,
I knew you were going to say that.
whey protein is actually a really good drink to have.
There you go.
Would that include
Oh,
WPI?
Yeah, WPC, WPI, same aminos, remember? So
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I have our WPI most days anyway. I might just have more when I'm hungover.
There's also another advantage to using whey protein around training or game time.
What's
that?
To foods. Cost.
yes,
Like the cost per serve of whey protein to get, say, 30 grams of protein, it's around
Yeah,
$2.
yeah.
Try and get
If
30
that.
grams of protein from a food source. And again, I'm not promoting, this is just around training and game
Forget about
time.
food, just have whey.
Definitely not saying that.
Yeah, we're launching
But,
a greens as well, so you
but,
can
you
just
know,
drink your entire diet.
Look at the cost of meat
Yeah.
these days. It's, you're not going to get a steak under $7 or $8.
Yeah.
That's if you buy it and then you have to go
That's
and
not
cook it yourself.
That wouldn't be
and
30 grams of protein then.
Probably
an
not.
$8 steak would be half of that.
No, it'd be
tiny.
close to it.
Look, it's just shrinkflation. Look how big things are.
Yeah, eggs are expensive nowadays too.
I was
Yeah.
going to say egg would probably be the cheapest form of
Yeah.
whole protein, would it not? So that's 5 eggs.
Yeah.
Let's say that's close to half a dozen.
But they limit you to two
half
trays.
a dozen, that's $3.50. You're paying $7 for a free range dozen eggs.
How much protein in one egg?
7 grams,
6 grams.
depending on the size.
6 to 7 grams.
Yeah.
So which one of us is wrong?
Neither.
Depends what size eggs you buy.
Yeah, so look, there is a cost advantage as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not here to try and sell it to you.
Here we are.
It's just identifying the advantages.
Yeah.
Use my discount code for 100% off.
Yeah, there's some other benefits to whey protein as well.
Here we go. Mood.
Well, one of the things that hasn't been probably needs to be studied a bit more is that it has a really good benefit to your, postprandial triglycerides. So like after you eat, and your blood sugar levels and things, and your total cholesterol. So apparently, if you're diabetic or try to lose weight, whey is really good.
Really?
It helps stabilize blood sugar levels.
Yeah.
Is that the same effect that eating egg whites does? I know people historically have eaten egg whites for cholesterol benefits.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that benefits specific to whey or one that's, common from all types of protein. But
I will admit one very strong advantage of whey protein over particularly plant is taste and mixability.
yeah.
Our 100% whey compared to our plant protein, and I use a plant protein every day. That's my favorite, but the 100% whey tastes so much better.
It's a different type of texture and consistency.
Exactly.
One's a milkshake.
Exactly, and the others are highly blended vegetables.
The other one's a vegan milkshake.
Still good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I go mix of both.
I think they're great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gonna blend it with some ice and water.
What else do we need to know about whey protein and why it's so good? Why it's the best?
I think that's
We've covered it.
pretty much the main things.
How many shakes a day? I mean, I'm a one a day guy, right?
Yeah.
After training.
I saw this. We've always kind of said that your range that you should be aiming for as an athlete is 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram body weight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're 100 kilos, that's 160 to 220 grams of protein.
So just aim for 2, realistically.
But I saw another cheat sheet, easier way to know your protein intake.
Mm-hmm.
Your height in centimeters. That's how many grams of protein you should have.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
No.
roughly the same.
It's pretty close. Well,
What's your height in centimeters?
I'm
Or is
about 171
There you go.
on a good day. I'm not that tall.
Well, I guess that's not a bad way
So
to look at it.
and I'm about 82 kilos.
Yeah,
so
but
that's
you
about,
carry a lot more muscle than people your
Yeah.
own height normally
What's
do.
6'4" in centimeters?
I don't know. Freak.
190 something.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
about 1.6 to
Because I'm
2.2.
100 kilos. so
It'll
that
put
makes
you
sense.
within that range anyway.
Yeah,
it's
get you
close.
close enough.
It's for people like Hal that can't do maths. 1.6 to
Yeah,
2.2.
very, very few people know exactly how many grams of protein they have in a day anyway.
Yeah. So
I have
quality food sources throughout the day.
Yeah,
I have 2 shakes on top of that. Usually 2 shakes and a bar for dessert.
yeah.
There you go.
So the quantity of protein per day is always going to be more important than the
The sauce.
the source of protein.
sauce and
Just
yeah.
because you can almost make up for any lack in amino acids because you're getting so much, right?
Yeah.
And then the source of protein is probably the next most important. Then you can think about things like timing and then right at the top you can think of WPC plus WPI plus WPH.
Yeah, the sauce.
Yeah.
But it is also like a prevalent argument and discussion in this industry is what are the best sources. I mean, obviously, like it's quite common.
It's no argument.
commonly
Where's the best?
known. Yeah, it's pretty commonly known, but it still comes up, especially for beginners and
And what do
entry
you
levels.
say to people that kind of think whey protein's a bit intimidating and
Intimidating.
some people are scared by it.
The whey protein in baby formula.
Well,
that's my comeback every time. Like if you're scared of it or you're worried that it's going to do something to you, they're giving it to newborn babies.
Yeah, sometimes people are like, is this going to be bad for my kidneys? Is this a steroid? Like, sometimes
It's a concentrated form of protein from milk.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Anything more than that.
yeah. I think a lot of people just look at this big tub and tub of powder and get intimidated sometimes.
Yeah, I guess it can be daunting if you don't know anything about it. But hey, there's protein in everything. You go through the shopping, like the supermarkets now, and everything is fortified with some form of protein. It's not a.
Yeah, they're finding a way to put protein in like every single.
Yeah, but a lot of those food products, it's like
Protein pickles.
it's like dodgy forms of protein, cheap forms of protein. They can boost it.
What are other common forms of protein?
We just
haven't
went
touched
through
on?
them all. Weren't you
All of them?
listening?
Yeah, but
Oh, pretty. No,
Well,
there's milk
casein.
protein,
Yeah.
solids.
There's
heaps of different.
In terms of like protein sources that come from milk, there's a lot of different sources. There's Whey is kind of the OG, but then, casein, micellar casein is kind of popular. In more recent times, milk protein concentrates and milk protein isolates have been getting popular. Then, then you can get to specific peptides from milk, like...
Yeah. But essentially, Musashi recommends whey protein.
Yep.
And if you have a dietary requirement that you're staying away from lactose or milk or whatever, then it's...
A plant protein with a complete amino acid
profile.
profile.
All right, somebody comes up to you after this episode and say, hey, Hal, I got your discount code. What product should I buy?
I'll just give him a jab to the nose.
And then, to recover from the jab, what are you going to say? What product?
100% whey.
There you go.
I would say the same. It's a nice blend of WPC, whey protein concentrate, and WPI.
Yeah.
And it's pretty versatile. You can use it throughout the day, and you can use it around training time. That's why I like the 100% whey or the high protein.
Good for athletes. It's our 100% whey is batch tested and has pretty low carbs and sugar as well. High protein has a little bit more carbs and sugar, but it's probably better for entry level consumers because it just tastes a bit better.
Tastes better. It's more versatile. Used in smoothies. Then we got the straight WPI, which is for more serious.
Yeah.
People that want that fast digesting high quality protein, look, it does cost a little bit more because the raw material costs more. So.
Do you know what I've been doing? I've actually been putting the WPI protein water in my intra-workout drink instead.
Really?
Having it during exercise?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a protein water.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I think we've covered all of it. Until next time. Anything else you want?
Fuck! I was really hoping it was...
I was trying to close off before he got to this point.
I'm sure he talks a lot about...
Here we go.
Whey.
Miyamoto Musashi. He spoke about the way. What is the way? Explain that. The way to live as a warrior. It's a philosophy, isn't it? The way.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, this is a good one.
It never is.
It's a bit long.
House has fallen asleep already.
Spiritual enlightenment through religious meditation such as Zen or in any other way is as viable and functional as any way. Certainly in the way of the sword.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't even listening.
Not even close.
I saw way, and then
just
wasn't really relevant.
Just because there's a homophone doesn't mean that it's a good quote.
Yeah. But
That's
I guess
two words with different spellings that mean the same.
I guess in the largest perspective, the way is, the way of the warrior.
Is it the shittest podcast
No.
I'm really sorry, everyone. For we owe you 2 minutes.
This was meant to be my golden chance. Damn it.
All right. Musashi out.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Bye.